Great looking shot.
Wow.
Imagine winning the Masters, earning millions, and representing your country on the biggest stages, yet still being booed by crowds, iced out by fellow players, and called golf's most hated. Patrick Reed is a major winner, a Ryder Cup hero. But behind the green jacket and big wins is a trail of controversy, from family feuds to accusations of cheating and even lawsuits. The list is long and the headlines are rarely flattering for him. This is how Patrick Reed went from being golf's golden boy to becoming one of the most hated players in the game. But also, does he deserve the hate? Let's find out. Patrick Nathaniel Reed was born on August 5, 1990, in San Antonio, Texas, and raised in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. His father, Bill, reportedly bought him a set of plastic clubs as a child, which was what sparked his love for the game. Reed's parents were supportive, but firm. His father, in particular, played a significant role in nurturing his golf skills early on. Even as a child, Reed stood out, and it wasn't just for his raw talent, but also for his fierce competitiveness. At University High School in Baton Rouge, between 2005 and 2007, he led the golf team to back-to-back state championships, claimed state medalist honors, and even earned the Rolex AJGA All-America honors. He also won the prestigious Junior Open Championship in 2006. So from the very beginning, Reed carried himself with the confidence of someone destined for greatness. But to some, that same self-belief looked like arrogance. This image would follow him into college and beyond, and not always in a good way. Reed began his college career at the University of Georgia, where he was supposed to be the next big thing. But within a year, he was dismissed from the team. The reasons behind this dismissal are still murky, but Reed was accused by teammates of cheating during qualifying rounds and stealing items from lockers, including cash and a watch. These allegations, first reported in Shane Ryan's book, were never formally proven, and Reed has denied them outright, saying that it was actually alcohol-related violations that led to his dismissal. He then transferred to Augusta State University, where, in a twist of irony, he led the team to 2 national championships. The same Patrick Reed who was cast out at Georgia became the team anchor at Augusta. But as we'll see later, the shadow of that college era never really left him. By the time Reed turned pro in 2011, another storm was quietly brewing, this time at home. Reed cut off contact with his family in his early 20s. The details are private, but the fallout wasn't. When he got married, his parents and sister were not invited, and he had fully cut off contact with them. Then, when he was playing in the 2014 US Open, Reed's parents and sister attended the match using a friend's tickets, but were escorted off the grounds after his wife, Justine, reportedly asked officials to remove them. Even when he won the Masters in 2018, his own family wasn't there. In fact, they weren't even allowed through the gates at Augusta. However, despite the off-course noise, Reed was only climbing up when it came to his game. In 2014, he won the WGC Cadillac Championship at Doral, becoming the youngest ever champion in a World Golf Championship event. After his victory, Reed declared himself a contender for the top 5 players in the world. The statement was bold, especially considering he entered the tournament ranked 44th. It made headlines as expected. Some called it confidence, others, cockiness. But Reed backed it up. He racked up PGA Tour wins and consistently proved he could close under pressure. Where he truly thrived was team golf. Reed became a Ryder Cup warrior, representing the US 3 times. His fiery passion and aggressive play earned him the nickname Captain America. But the biggest moment was his high-intensity duel with Rory McIlroy at Hazeltine in 2016. It was a showdown, and ultimately, Reed won the match, cementing his status as one of Team USA's best. Then came 2018. Reed broke through in a major way, winning the Masters at Augusta National. He held off Ricky Fowler and Jordan Spieth to earn the green jacket, his first and only major championship. It was the pinnacle of his career. For a brief moment, all the noise quieted. The spotlight was on his game and nothing else. But it wouldn't last. Later that year, Reed found himself at the center of a firestorm. At the Hero World Challenge, cameras caught him improving his lie in a waist area, not once, but twice, by brushing sand away from behind his ball. Reed claimed he didn't do it, and that the camera angle gave the wrong impression, but the footage said otherwise. Golf Channel analyst Brandel Chambly called it cheating. Fans were outraged, and even though Reed was penalized 2 strokes, the damage to his reputation was already done. Even his peers weighed in. Cameron Smith said, "If you make a mistake, maybe once you can maybe understand, but to give a bit of a bull-out response like the camera angle, that's pretty up there. I don't have any sympathy for anyone that cheats." 2 years later, it happened again. At the 2021 Farmers Insurance Open, Reed claimed his ball was embedded and took relief, without waiting for a rules official to arrive and check it himself. By the time an official finally arrived, Reed had already marked the area and picked the ball up. The issue happened later when TV footage showed the ball bouncing, which typically means it wouldn't have embedded. Technically, he didn't break the rules. But the optics were ugly. In fact, the backlash extended beyond the weekend. Old wounds from his college years resurfaced, those cheating and theft allegations that had never been formally proven but never fully disappeared either. It wasn't just a rules debate anymore. It was becoming part of a larger story, one that painted Reed as a repeat offender. By 2022, Reed wasn't just defending himself on the course, he was taking his critics to court. After joining Live Golf in June, Reed filed a $750 million defamation lawsuit against Golf Channel and multiple analysts, including Chambly, claiming they had been spreading malicious falsehoods about him for years. The suit was long and messy, alleging a coordinated attack to ruin his reputation. Because of Reed's reputation by this point, most saw it as a PR stunt, and eventually the case was dismissed. Then came 2023 and the palm tree incident. At the Dubai Desert Classic, Reed hit a wild tee shot that looked like it lodged high in a group of palm trees. Reed insisted he identified his ball in one specific tree and took a drop below it, but later, video replays showed the ball likely landed in a different tree entirely. Again, the ruling technically followed protocol, but fans didn't buy it. To them, it was déjà vu. Another sketchy moment, another benefit of the doubt given to someone they thought didn't deserve it. Reed defended his decision yet again, but the golf world rolled its eyes. So, how does it all add up? Patrick Reed is a Masters champion, a Ryder Cup legend, and a 9-time PGA Tour winner. But he's also a player who's been accused of cheating, who has alienated his own family, and sued journalists for criticizing him. Some say he's misunderstood, that he technically doesn't break the rules, he just doesn't play by golf's gentleman code. Most others say that's exactly the problem. This isn't about one controversy, it's about the pattern. Eventually, even the benefit of doubt runs out, and every action starts to look suspicious. In Patrick Reed's case, this suspicion has become his constant companion.